Professor Hudson. My name is Jack Dorfner. This is my informational speech. I'm your non-traditional student. I remember as a child when I would do something wrong, my father would usually deliver some form of punishment. And afterwards he would ask me, "What have you learned?" Well, my response would probably be normal for a child at that point in time, which was, "Well, I learned not to do this, or I learned to do that." This same question was put to me several times throughout my life by my father. Whenever usually I would come see him and ask him his opinion on something that I'm sure was going to be life-changing. Standing here in front of you today, I can think of 3 life-changing events and what they've taught me. The first life-changing event is my entry into EMS. When I entered into EMS, it taught me 2 things. It taught me humility and how to control fear. Humility when you hold someone's life in your hands. Humility when you see a family lose everything they have to a house fire. Humility when you see a family lose a loved one or even a child to some unbearable tragedy. Yet they continue on. Fear when you're holding that same life in your hands, you need to learn to control fear so that you can help them right there and then. Learn to control fear so that when you're driving at 90 miles an hour with lights and sirens and somebody pulls out in front of you, you can come to a stop. And it's that same fear that brings me to my second life-changing event. And that's marriage and children combined together. And they have taught me love and patience. Love. I've known love. I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my sister. I've had girlfriends that I've loved. But I knew no love like when I met my wife. After spending just a short time with her, I knew she was the one for me and that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And that was true love. But then we had children. And that has taught me true love. I will do anything for my children. I would lay my life down for my children. I will do anything that it takes to keep my children warm and happy and safe. But these same children, they've taught me patience. Patience when they're sick, or they're ill, or they don't want to do what they're told. Patience when they're not getting ready for school in the morning, or when we're supposed to be going somewhere and we're already running late. This love and patience, I'm sure, is something that only a father can feel. And it is with love that it brings me to my third life-changing event. My move from South Florida, the home that I love, to South Carolina. But this move has taught me acceptance. I had to accept that I moved to a very foreign place. I moved from the nightlife, beaches, and my friends in South Florida to the mountains, the quiet towns, and just my mom, dad, and sister in South Carolina. Acceptance I had to learn when I finally figured out that my friends weren't just a phone call away. My friends that I called for companionship, fun, were no longer at a finger's tip. With this acceptance, I used it also the day that I responded to my father in the ambulance, to accept the fact that I couldn't save him and that he was gone. Through these life events that I've learned, humility to control my fear, love, patience, and acceptance, I also learned gratitude. I found friends and I still have family here. I've used all the things that I've learned, hopefully to make myself a better, more rounded person. And before I leave you, I want to leave you with the question that my father would always ask me. What have you learned? Or better yet, I think I'll ask you the question I'm going to ask my children as they grow. What has life taught you? Thank you.